Hey guys, welcome into the Grilling King. I'm Ryan Brown. Thank you for joining us again here. Today we are going to give you the perfect Thanksgiving or Christmas turkey. We're going to smoke it and we're going to use what might be a surprising ingredient. It's really the key ingredient to all of this, a little bit of mayonnaise. How we're going to do that, we'll show you in just a few moments. But before we get things started, just a quick reminder, you can follow us on all of our social media at Grilling King. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. That's where you find us at Grilling King. Get everything we're doing here at the Grilling King there. Also, don't forget to go to our website, thegrillingking.com. It's where you'll find all of our recipes, and you could submit a recipe, and if we use one here on the Grilling King, you get an Amazon gift card. And as always, we greatly appreciate you subscribing to our YouTube channel here and leaving some comments as well. We want to know what you think about what we're doing. All right, how are we going to use mayonnaise and get ready to smoke a turkey? Let's find out right now, but first, let's show you how we got this turkey ready to go. If you're inexperienced in cooking a turkey, you're going to want to clean out the cavity first. You're going to find the turkey neck right away. If you're making your own stock or gravy, just save that. In the actual neck area is where you find a little package that contains all the organs of the turkey. Likewise, that can be used for the stock. Today, we're only worried about the turkey itself, so we're just going to make sure everything is cleaned out and there's nothing left behind. There will be some loose fat around both openings, and we're going to cut that away first around the neck area. There's actually a little flap that sometimes people will pin back if they're cooking a turkey with stuffing in it. We're not doing that, so we cut it away. And then we go back to the tail area and cut the tail away as well, just to make sure all the fat's gone. Now it's time to wash the turkey. Look, it's had a lot of hands on it. It's gone from a farm to a processor to a supermarket, so make sure you wash all the creases and crevices. Get under the wings good as well. We're just using cold water. Some people will put salt on it to use as an abrasive agent for cleaning. Simply cold water for us. And once you wash the outside well, make sure you run plenty of cold water down through the cavity as well and clean out the inside of the turkey. But most importantly, make sure you dry it thoroughly before adding the rub or cooking. Now before we go any further, I want to give you a very important tip about preparing your turkey. Whether you're putting it in the oven or we're cooking it outside on the smoker or on the grill, one of the things that happens with a turkey is the breast gets done a little bit quicker than the other parts of the turkey. So here's a great tip I actually picked up from a competitive barbecuer. You take a bag of ice and you put it on the breast of the turkey for about 20 to 30 minutes before you're ready to cook it. That will drop the temperature of the breast, so it will get done at the same time as the rest of the turkey. So just a quick tip, bag of ice on the breast of the turkey and you'll be good to go after about half an hour. All right, it's time to mix our Mayo Rub, and the ingredients are going to vary depending on how big your turkey is. This is about a 10-pound turkey we're using today, and the rule of thumb is 1.25 pounds to 1.5 pounds per person you're trying to feed. So you want to go by that. Now, we've used about 1.5 cups of mayo for this 10-pound turkey, and we've got 2 tablespoons of this Mad Max turkey seasoning. It's named after a guy named Mad Max Rosen who kind of came up with the ingredients, and the folks at Dizzy Pig have bottled it into Mad Max seasoning. So we're just going to combine those two things and we're going to stir it together. That's simply all we're going to do. You just want to stir it together till you get a pretty good mix, because we're just going to take it and coat it right on our turkey. All right, we've had our bag of ice on for about 20 or 30 minutes, so it's a good time to take that off, and we should have the breast cool down enough that this will get done at about the same time, all the meat. So then all we're going to do is just take this rub and apply it liberally over the turkey. You cannot add enough, and for those of you that say, I don't like the taste of mayonnaise, it's not going to matter. You're not going to taste it. One thing you want to do is make sure you gently pull up the skin and get a little bit underneath the skin on top of the breast itself. That's just going to add great flavor on that breast. And again, this skin's pretty tough, so it's going to be tough to puncture, but you just want to make sure you do not do that at all. All right, we're finished rubbing the bird. Now, I will be the first to admit to you, this is not at all visually appealing, but it's not how the bird looks going on the smoker, it's how it looks coming off, and this one is going to be terrific. A couple of keys though before you put it on the smoker. One thing you want to make sure you do is take these wings and tuck them under. And make sure when you put the bird on the smoker, or if you're putting it in the oven, that the wings stay tucked under. And as you can see, they still have the bones in them and they'll fight against it, but turkey's already dead, it doesn't care. The next thing we're going to do then is stuff the inside of the turkey with a halved onion. Just make sure it gets in there. We'll put in some celery and some apples and some carrots as well. And you just want to leave that in there as long as the turkey's on the smoker. It doesn't look great, but it's going to be amazing. It's ready to go, so let's go outside and get it on the smoker. Once our smoker temp is up around 300 degrees, we add a few chunks of soft fruit wood. In our case, we're using some apple wood for this smoke. And once those are in, we can add our heat deflector, and it's holding our drip pan. Now the drip pan is full of our excess apples, onions, celery, and carrots, and we're gonna leave that there for the entirety of the smoke. But before we add the turkey, we fill the pan to the brim with apple juice. This will keep some moisture in the smoker to prevent the outside of the turkey from drying out. Later on, we're also gonna baste the turkey every 45 minutes with more apple juice. Now we're ready to add the grill grate and put on the turkey. We're using a grill rack for this turkey simply because it makes it easier to transfer our turkey to the smoker and later take it off. There's no magic in using this additional rack at all. And the rule of thumb on temperature is 12 to 15 minutes in the smoker per pound of the bird at the temperature we're using here. We're going to keep our smoker at about 250 to 275 degrees for the duration of the smoke, and we'll have the lower vent of the Kamado Joe wide open and control that temperature using the daisy wheel at the top. All right guys, we've been at this about 45 minutes and we're about to do a couple of things. Number one, we're going to baste, which you want to do every 45 minutes until it's finished. We're also going to insert our meat probe thermometer. We want this to get up to about 162 degrees internal, so we'll have this watching. But first, let's do the basting. Now we're going to take our first look 45 minutes in and see how this thing looks. We've got a good smoke, and as you can see, we are getting a really good color on this. And when I say baste it, we're just going to drip some of this on there. You don't necessarily have to brush it, but just make sure all this is the apple juice, similar to what we have in our drip pan there. You just want to make sure you get a good covering. So the other thing we're going to do is insert our meat probe. Now as you can see, I've got the temperature set to 162. 165 is what we're looking for, but it will cook a little bit once we take it off. I'm just going to make sure I insert this probe into a deep part of the breast there. And we'll close this down and let it go for a little bit longer. All right, as you can hear, we've got the sound we want. That means we're up to temperature. I'm going to turn this off. The beep is a little bit annoying. That means we've hit 162 degrees and it's time to take the turkey off. It will still get up to 165 once we take it off the grill. Let me pull out this Thermopan because I want you guys to see how beautiful this thing is. It's got some great color in it. Smells fantastic. All right guys, as you can see, the turkey is off the smoker. It smells amazing, it looks amazing, and I'm confident it's going to taste amazing. Now, the one thing you want to do when you take it off the smoker is bring it right inside, grab the knife, and cut off a piece and taste it. That is the one thing you don't want to do though. Let it sit for about 30 or 45 minutes. That allows all the juices to soak back into the turkey and it will make it much, much juicier. All right, before we cut it, let me remind you of what we did on today's show. First, we cleaned and prepped the turkey and made sure we'd cleaned out all the insides there and got it ready for our marinade. That marinade, it was a rub with mayo and the Mad Max turkey seasoning from our friends at Dizzy Pig. Also, we iced the turkey breast for about 20 to 30 minutes. That makes it cook a little more evenly. Once we finished with the icing, we rubbed on that mayo Mad Max mix and we got it under the skin on top of the breast and made sure we got it all over our turkey. And then we got our aromatics in there, a little bit of onion, some celery, some apple, and some carrots on the fire. It was a large load of charcoal, and we had about 3 or 4 small applewood chunks. We smoked it at about 250 degrees. You're going to want to go 12 to 15 minutes per pound. You want to make sure it's about 162 degrees. That's when we took it off, and let it cook up to 165 degrees. And like I said, let it sit 30 or 45 minutes. All right, we've done that. We want to remind you to follow us on social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and now Pinterest at Grilling King. Also, thegrillingking.com is where you find the recipe on everything we did here today. And you can submit a recipe. If we use it, you get an Amazon gift card. And please subscribe to this YouTube channel and leave us some comments. Let us know what you would like to see us do here on the Grilling King. All right, the time has come. Let's cut into this turkey right here on the turkey breast. I'm going to try some of this outside. I love getting a little bit of that bark. Looks tremendous. It's unbelievable. Really, really good. So I hope you enjoy this turkey for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, whenever you want to smoke a turkey. It's good anytime. We're going to enjoy some right now. Thanks for joining us on the Grilling King.